Good evening. This is CTV News for August 12th. I'm Danielle Irby.
And I'm Patricia Vallone. Thank you for joining us. Well, it was 1939 when Billie Holiday recorded the tune Strange Fruit. It's a song that tells the story of lynchings in America. Today in Annapolis, the newly created Maryland Truth and Reconciliation Commission began a conversation about lynching in America, including here in Maryland.
Between 1865 and 1950, some 4,000 black Americans were lynched in the U.S., some 40 right here in Maryland. Today in Annapolis, there was some movement towards reconciliation.
At least that we know of 40 African Americans were lynched by white mobs in Maryland.
The first meeting of the Maryland Lynching Truth and Reconciliation Commission was held at the House Office Building in Annapolis today.
And, a lot of that history, right? We have not looked at it. We have not memorialized it. We have not honored those people. So it is really important, especially with what's happening in this country, and you talk about racism, for us to address that.
This map shows the lynchings that occurred across Maryland, including cases in Piscataway, Oxon Hill, and Rockville. The commission is tasked with researching local lynchings, hold public hearings, and present the findings to the governor.
So the commission is going to organize itself. It's going to have whole hearings throughout the state of Maryland, regional hearings where these lynchings took place. It's going to take testimony, from family members or witnesses, anyone that has information. The Attorney General is part of the commission, so they'll be able to subpoena some cases, paperwork and documents.
The commission is the result of legislation passed last session. It had 60 sponsors from both sides of the aisle and passed unanimously.
And so the commission is actually looking to erect memorials or plaques at these places where these events occurred, in a way of, fomenting reconciliation.
The commission will be formally introduced to the public next month, September 12th, at the University of Baltimore Law School. In Annapolis, Byron Scott, CTV News.
And the commission will serve a 3-year term.
A fire broke out in a commercial building in Temple Hills this afternoon. According to officials, the blaze began on the first floor and spread to the second. The structure is located at the 4800 block of St. Barnabas Road. Thankfully, everyone escaped from the building okay. Crews had to shut down St. Barnabas and Raleigh roads as they battled the fire.
Maryland Attorney General Brian Frosh is urging lawmakers to update the state's assault weapons ban to include a gun that was used in a recent mass shooting in Dayton, Ohio. According to the Attorney General, a loophole in that law, which bans assault weapons, could allow for AR-15 style pistols to be sold here in the state because a similar gun is already approved. Officials say that gun used in the deadly Dayton shooting was modified to act like a rifle, although it was classified as a pistol.
Police have arrested the man wanted in connection with an assault that occurred last week in College Park. He is 18-year-old Vashawn Robinson of Greenbelt. It happened in the 4400 block of Guilford Drive on August 6th around 10 p.m. That's when police say Robinson allegedly grabbed a woman from behind and attempted to drag her into a nearby parking lot. He released the victim after a witness intervened. The woman was not physically injured, and Robinson faces several charges including kidnapping and assault.